Would you like to invest? Are you interested in making your first investment in stocks and don't know where? Well, today we bring you a top 5 so you can have an idea in which companies to invest in for the first time. Let's go! Top 5. ARS Pharmaceuticals, Inc. Number of hedge fund shareholders, 21. ARS Pharmaceuticals, Inc. shares took a massive tumble in mid-September, prompting 3 different insiders of the company to buy shares in the days and weeks afterwards. 2. Prominent healthcare-focused hedge funds, OrbiMed Advisors and RA Capital Management, bought a combined 7.4 million shares between September 29th and October 21st in 5 different transactions. Both funds have members on the board of ARS Pharmaceuticals. ARS Chief Legal Officer Alexander Fitzpatrick also purchased 86,258 shares between the 28th and 29th of October. Hedge fund ownership of ARS Pharmaceuticals, Inc. dipped slightly in Q2, but remains up by more than 50% since the first quarter of 2022. Steve Cohen's Fund .72, Asset Management, was among the funds that sold off their Sporai stakes during Q2, while Deerfield Management and OrbiMed Advisors were the top shareholders as of June 30th. ARS Pharmaceuticals, Inc. was hit by an FDA body blow on September 19th when the agency rejected its lead therapy, neffy. The FDA wants the nasal spray to be put through another study, testing repeated doses of the treatment, which targets type 1 allergic reactions, before granting it approval. That came as a surprise to the company, which said the FDA had informed it just a month earlier that a dosing study could be conducted after the drug was already on the market. This biotech is now aiming to launch neffy in the second half of next year, pending FDA approval, and insiders clearly remain confident in that eventuality. Top 4. Exponential Fitness, Inc. Number of hedge fund shareholders, 26. No less than 5 different insiders of Exponential Fitness, Inc. have purchased shares of the company since August 11th, the first cases of insider buying at the company in more than 2 years. Among them were CEO Anthony Geisler and Chief Legal Officer Andrew Hagopian, who purchased 44,900 and 8,800 shares respectively, each in 2 separate transactions. Board members Jer Clark, Chelsea Grayson, and Mark Grabowski have also purchased XPOF shares in the past 3 months. Exponential Fitness, Inc. is steadily rising in popularity among smart money managers, being held by an increasing number of them over each of the last 5 quarters. Several of the company's largest shareholders were also adding to their positions in Q2, including Divisadero Street Capital and Millennium Management. Richard Driehaus's Driehaus Capital owned 2.23 million XPOF shares on June 30th, giving it the largest stake among the funds tracked by Insider Monkey. Fitness club franchisor Exponential Fitness, Inc., which releases its third quarter earnings results tomorrow, has grown revenue substantially since hitting the public markets in early 2021. Q2 revenue jumped by 30% year-over-year to $77.3 million, nearly 3x what the company pulled in during Q1 of 2021. The company expects between 540 and 560 new studio openings this year, and raised its full-year revenue and EBITDA guidance following its Q2 results. Shares were hit hard in June of this year, following a report from short seller Fuzzy Panda Research, which questioned the health of the company's franchisees and threw shade on CEO Geisler. That report was countered a day later by Evercore ISI analyst Warren Cheng, who classified it as having little substance and kept an outperform rating on the stock. Shares rebounded somewhat over the next 2 months, but have trended down even further since then to hit a 52-week low. Top 3. RB Global, Inc. Number of hedge fund shareholders, 29. RB Global, Inc. Shares slumped during the first 2 weeks of August, sliding by 9.84%. That prompted 7 different insiders to snatch up shares between August 8th and September 14th. Among the buyers were 6 members of the company's board, as well as CEO James Kessler, who purchased 2,325 shares between August 15th and 17th. Those insiders' resolve has paid off, as RBA shares have climbed by 17% since August 14th to hit a 52-week high. Hedge funds have also been buying up RB Global Inc. shares in droves in 2023, as the number of funds long RBA jumped by just over 50% during Q1. Scott Ferguson's Sackhamhead. Capital and Jeffrey Smith's Starboard Value were two of the many funds to add RB Global to their 13F portfolios during the March quarter. RB Global Inc., NYSE RBA, is currently trading at a steep discount to its weighted average valuation, WAV, according to the proprietary model created by Canadian fintech company StockCalc. Shares of the global omnichannel vehicle marketplace had a WAV of over $96 as of June 30th according to the model's calculations, which factors in everything from discounted cash flow to various multiples to analysts' ratings. RBA shares currently trade for just $68. RB Global's recent merger with IAA received some investor pushback, including from Christian Leone's Luxor Capital Group, which claimed it would destroy shareholder value. For its part, the company believes it can achieve cost reductions and other synergies through the merger that could boost EBITDA by as much as $900 million. Top 2. Energy Transfer LP. Number of hedge fund shareholders, 34. 3 prominent members of Energy Transfer LP's executive team have purchased shares of the company since August 17th, buying up just over $3 million in total. Former CEO and current Executive Chairman Kelsey Warren bought the bulk of that amount in 3 separate transactions between August 17th and 21st. Co-CEO Marshall McCree and EVP Bradford Whitehurst have also bought ET shares since August 22nd. Hedge fund ownership of Energy Transfer LP hit a 10-year high at the end of 2022, before dipping slightly during the first half of this year. Investing icon Leon Cooperman built a large stake in ET during Q2, adding over 11.9 million shares to the 13F portfolio of Omega Advisors. ET shares have continued to trend up this year, gaining another 15% and have nearly tripled since hitting their pandemic floor in March 2020. The market reaction was mixed to Energy Transfer LP's Q3 earnings report. Crude and natural gas transportation volumes achieved quarterly records, though revenue fell year over year, and earnings narrowly missed estimates. On the other hand, adjusted EBITDA jumped to $3.54 billion from $3.09 billion a year earlier. Energy Transfer also continues to improve its balance sheet, having driven its leverage down to just over 4x. The company has suggested that it may look to buy back shares in the future, which clearly emphasizes management's belief that they are still undervalued. Top 1. Spectrum Brands Holdings, Inc. Number of hedge fund shareholders, 39. Shares of Spectrum Brands Holdings, Inc. have been on a heater since October 2022, nearly doubling in value, but that isn't stopping company insiders from buying them up in anticipation of further gains. Executive Chairman and CEO David Morrow and EVP, GC and Corporate Secretary Ehsan Zargar have both bought Spectrum Brands shares since August 18th, 15,843 of them in total. Smart money managers are also more bullish on Spectrum Brands Holdings, Inc. than they've been in quite a while, as the number of funds long SPB hit a 3-year high in Q2. Himanshu Gulati's Antara Capital had a large position of call options underlying SPB shares as of June 30th, while Ricky Sandler's Eminence Capital raised its stake in Spectrum Brands by 222%. During Q2 to 1.21 million shares. Spectrum Brands Holdings, Inc. has taken various steps to strengthen its balance sheet in recent quarters, including through the divestment of its hardware and home improvement segment. That and other divestitures have caused the company's revenue to slump over the past decade, but its profitability has greatly improved as it transitions into a pure-play seller of pet and gardening supplies. Adjusted earnings rose by 39% year-over-year in Q3 to 75 cents per share, while adjusted EBITDA climbed by 23% to $98.5 million. We have reached the end of this wonderful top 5. If you like this top, please do not forget to leave your like and subscribe to see our daily top 10. Don't forget to leave us in the comments which top 10 you would like to see in our next video.